KG5EIU. Going to show you how to determine what serial ports are being used for your ham radio on a Mac under macOS. Up here under the Apple menu, you can see that I'm running the latest Tahoe release 26.6.2, and I've just plugged in my Elecraft K4D to the USB port, and I have no idea what the serial ports are. So let's take a look at how we figure that out. If you go up to the Apple menu and you hold down the Option key, if you hold it down, it says System Information. That's what we want to do. We want to do System Information. And under System Information, there's under Hardware, look for USB. And here are all the USB hubs and ports that are on your Mac. I have a Mac Studio here, and there are several buses here. So I can look through these buses, and I can look for a device that I've plugged in. Here's a dual RS-232, which is what the Elecraft K4D is, on this bus here. And it also has the audio codec, which is part of the USB cable that you plugged in. Remember, the Elecraft has audio in and out and 2 USB ports to the OS. So here it is. And what we can see is that it's at this location ID right here, and it's FTDI, that's the manufacturer. And so what we want to do is we want to know how to get or what devices we would use, like inside of wsjt-x. And so we can look at this location ID and ascertain what they are. So if we pull up terminal and we bring that over, what we want to do is we want to list the devices out for the cu.usb serial. So ls-la/dev/cu.usb serial star. List them all out. And so there they are. So that's the first serial port. That's the second port. And the other thing you can do is that if you look through here, you can look at this vendor ID. You can actually look these vendor IDs up. There's websites out there that you can go to. One of the free ones, well, there's an official one, but it's usb.org. But you need to pay, you need to have a pay account to be able to search this database. But there's other free ones out there. One of those is called Device Hunt. And you can search by USB, this vendor ID here. So if we go back over here and we look at this 403, here's this vendor ID. We can put in 403 and we'll do a search. Sorry, 0403. And you can see it's Future Technology Devices. So they made a lot of different devices. And then also there's a device ID. So you have the vendor and then you have the product ID. That's 6010. So you can also search for that 6010 in this list, in this device ID list. And you can see what it is, right? So here we'll use a browser shortcut here and look for 6010. And there it is, Future Technologies 403. It's a dual channel, just like it was reported up here, dual RS-232. The other place you can search actually over here is in www.linux-usb.org, which is a master list that linuxusb.org keeps together of all the vendor stuff that you plug into the USB bus, and it's sort of the same sort of list. So that's how you do it. That's how you can search for your serial ports to use under Mac, Mac OS. Pull up the terminal shell ls-la on /dev/cu.usb serial star, and you want to look for the device IDs right there, the first part of the device ID. That's serial port 1, serial port 2. 7.3 from KG5 EIU.